All right, in this lesson, we're talking more about the value of each digit in a number. So let's review the places, because the more we can review them, the hopefully better it'll stick. Remember, I need to start at my decimal point, because I don't know what this is over here until I count from my decimal point. So I know that to the left is my ones. Then I know I start with my tenths, hundredths. What's next? Thousandths. Talked about those before. I did add on the other ones because while you don't see past the thousandths a whole lot, I still want you to be familiar with it. So we have our 10,000ths. Oops, sorry. Need to put a dash in there. I'll erase my error while I'm at it. 10-thousandths, my 10,000ths. In long words. Sorry, those S's are a little funny. And then my 100,000ths. The pieces just keep getting smaller and smaller, and I'm running out of space. I have to write real small. Can I fit it? All right. Oopsies. Sorry if that shook everything up when I moved that. I don't know what it looks like from your end. All right, and then the last we have millionths. Remember, if you can count them in your whole numbers, you can count them in your decimals. All right. Now, we're going to talk about specific numbers and what the value is. Make sure you have your places written down to refer to. So, if I had these numbers and I was going to say, okay, what's the value of this 5? I could write it in some different ways. I could write it as a fraction or I could write it as a decimal. And on your worksheet, I'm fine with either one. So this is my tenths place. That's my hundredths place. So its value is 5 hundredths, which is the same thing as 5 hundredths. Again, that is the value of that number. If it were to ask what place is it in, it's in the hundredths place, like you wrote all the places on the last slide, but its value is 5 hundredths. This 6 here, what is its value? Well, tenths, hundredths, thousandths, so it is worth 6 thousandths. Yes, we can put thousand on as our denominator, or we can write 6 thousandths. That is its value. Now this one here is 0 tenths. So technically its value is just 0. Or we could write 0.0. All different ways to write that. On your worksheet, it will have some whole numbers in there. So just be aware that's just like you've learned in past grades. This would be ones, or that's value is 5. That value is 10. Okay, so if it's in like the thousands, it'd be 10,000 or 5,000 or whatever. So the whole numbers are normal. Now we're just also getting into the decimal values. We can use these values to write expanded form. So expanded form, we're really just taking the value of each number and writing it separately. So we start with our 7. Its value is 7 wholes, just 7. Then our next one is worth 9 tenths. We could also write it as a fraction. Then we have 3 hundredths. Again, we're just putting it in its spot and putting zeros so that it ends up in its right spot. Or we could say 3 hundredths. And then our last one, we have 5 thousandths or 5 thousandths. So we're just taking the value of a number and sort of splitting it up and spreading it out and breaking it into its individual values. You won't see those on your worksheet, but I just want to make sure we remember what expanded form is because we've done it with whole numbers, and we can also do it with decimals. Let me know if you have questions, if you need more help, if you need more examples. I'm more than happy to do that. You got this. Good luck.